Hello, Stan here from Tability, and this is a video that is going to focus on some of the integrations that we have. Okay, so let me go back to one of my product OKRs and let's talk about the scenario. As part of using Tability, so a lot of the things that you're going to do is to update, progress on these key results here. And one thing that can be painful for people is to always have to open up, a different set of tools anytime they have to do the check-ins. So the one thing you can do is to connect, every key result can be connected to a data source. So if I click here, it's going to open up that key result panel over here. And from here, I can select different items. So it can go from Salesforce to Power BI to different platforms that are available. And so let's, for instance, pick Monday for some reason. Now I'm going to be able to configure what kind of data I want, and in this case I think it just like counts the number of tickets in a group. And so if I save a preview, you're going to see that it's going to pull that number now from me, like I only have like one task in Monday, but it means that now when I'm going to come to do my check-ins, that number is going to be taken away, like I won't have to log into Monday for me to get that value. And then I can go one step further. I can enable the auto sync, and then on the daily basis, Tability is going to capture a snapshot of that progress. It's going to miss the commentary, right? Because it's not going to know what to do or how to interpret this number. So it's extremely important that you still have at least a person that comes once a week to do a proper check-in. But this is very convenient because I like to see that more detailed graph of progress, and then when I come to do my check-in, I have a lot more context around like how things went during the week. Just to give you an example of what it looks like, it's definitely going to make the graph go weird because like here it's not the same scale. But if I click create check-in, that number one here, that was pulled from this data source that was over there. So I'm just gonna remove this now just to keep things clean. Okay. So another option, if in that list you don't find the platform that you want to connect to, you can use the check-ins API. And so the check-ins API, if I enable it, every key result has a different check-in API where you can send a little bit of a JSON payload with your update data, basically. And either you can write your own scripts, or you can use that integration to connect it to Zapier, and then Zapier is going to act as the glue between that tool, third-party tool that you're using, and our platform. Now, another type of integration is going to be the Jira integration. So if I go here to Jira, I'm going to be able to find, for instance, in this project, the MS team. So you're going to be able to capture, to basically like take the link of the issue that you're interested in, and instead of using the task of Tability, what I can do is like I can paste the link of that Jira task. And because Tability and Jira are connected, Tability is going to recognize that this is a Jira ticket, and then it's going to keep the statuses in sync. So if I open up a Tability task, here I can create status updates, I can modify things, but if the item is recognized as an integration task, we're going to say that this task is now managed by Jira, and Jira is the source of truth. And if I did update this, right, if I move it back to in progress, Tability is listening to these changes, and it's going to be reflected in our platform. So if I reload this, normally you should see that the status is now in progress and the task is okay. So another thing that is going to be important, so this is not related to integrations, but I forgot to show that in the last demo. One thing that we have in Tability, so you have this possibility to have like that strategy map where you can see at a high level how the different plans are connected to each other. This is quite convenient, but you might have instances where you want to be more specific about the relationship between the items. For instance, I can say I want to reduce the number of sentry errors, but I want to connect it back to that product review rating that I see here. And so to do this, I can pick that goal, and then I can then add a relationship and say this is contributing to a parent key result, which is to increase the product rating. So it doesn't look like super exciting when you look at it here, but if I go back now to my parent plan here, so my company OKRs, there's a new map that is available. First of all, I'm going to be able to expand this goal here and see the different goals that have been connected. And so I can see that the product team has connected 2 of the key results to that, and then I can expand things even further to see what work are they doing. But what I can also do is to go to that cascading map here. And so what the cascading map is, it's a key result centric map that, instead of focusing on the entire plan, allows me to do this. I can go to that specific goal, which is to increase the product review rating, and then I can expand the dependencies and see what are the different teams like doing to help with that. And then I can also expand the task from that same view, right? So that becomes like yet another way for you to be able to say, hey, I want to focus on a specific thing, and I want to see like how, what everyone is doing to help with that thing in particular. Okay, so that's it for the integrations and for that cascading map, like basically the view that you can have for you to really focus on metrics instead of looking at plans as a whole. Okay, thank you for your time.